So today we are gonna do something slightly different from usual. We're gonna take a song that it doesn't have guitar or it doesn't have much guitar. And we are gonna discuss together how we can arrange it and play it on acoustic guitar. I'm talking about What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. We're gonna explain everything, chords, music theory, but more importantly, we are gonna focus on the groove and how we can play it on acoustic guitar to deliver that groove. This video is sponsored by TrueFire. Learn, practice and play with TrueFire. More on that later. So let's get started by having a look at the 4 main chords, and then we can talk about embellishments and extensions. So the first chord is an E major 7. The next chord is a C sharp minor 7. The next pair of chords is going to be F sharp minor 7, same shape as the C sharp minor, and B9 sus4, which is nothing but an A major triad with the B in the bass. It's a sort of B7 with one extension, the 9th, and the sus4. Now we are in the key of E major, so we are starting from the 1 major 7, going to the 6 minor 7, then going to the 2 minor 7, and then to the 5 dominant 7. This is great. This is one of the most common chord progressions ever. It's what we call a turnaround in a major key, 1, 6, 2, 5. As I said, the song doesn't have much guitar, but you may find yourself in the situation where you have to play guitar and vocals by yourself or with a singer. And when something like this happens, you have to find a way to deliver that groove of the song just with your guitar. So I want to start from the E major 7. Let's see how we can play the E major 7. If you guys follow the whole lesson, you will see how we can almost improvise at some point once we get familiar with all of these embellishments and extensions, almost like when you phrase really, when you improvise, and you can get the same kind of improvisation level even on rhythm guitar. And I will demonstrate that later on at the end of the video, showing you this sort of acoustic arrangement on top of a backing track. So on the E major 7, I want to get this type of groove. Okay, in order to get this type of groove, you want to be really tight when you play the chord. Okay, use percussions on the right hand. Make sure that you alternate long sounds and short sounds, that you either stop with the right hand as a percussion, or maybe you use staccatos, okay? And because we are in the key of E, why not use the low E string in the bass instead of the 7th fret on the A, so that you can play something more like... Okay. And again, once you're familiar with this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, you can then start adding even more ghost notes. Like that, or why not a slide coming back to that E major 7 from the previous semitone, like. That's a good way to work around the E major 7 on acoustic guitar and already have a nice groove. But what about doing a hammer-on embellishment? Like everything, you don't have to do it too often, you don't have to do it too many times in a row. So if you start by doing the hammer-on, the second time you can get the semitone slide, why not? With over 2 million users worldwide, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced player, TrueFire has lessons to enhance your playing. On TrueFire, you can find lessons of all styles to get you inspired. Get 30% off courses using the promo code BEARDED30. Or like I do, sign up for the All Access Pass to use the entire TrueFire catalog. I love TrueFire. Give it a go, and I think you'll love it too. I want to thank TrueFire for supporting this channel. And now let's get back to the lesson. And then when you get to that C sharp minus 7, obviously the C sharp minus 7 has the top note, which is the same as the E major 7, they share it. But you can do something around this chord. I mean, if you don't, it's absolutely fine if you stay on this chord all the time, which is another 2 bars. In the intro and in the verse of this song, you have 2 bars of E major 7 and 2 bars of C sharp minus 7. And you keep working simply on your finger picking pattern, on your groove really. But if you like, on the C sharp minus 7 you can start introducing more colors through the extensions. Now what extensions do we have around here? Well, first of all, with my pinky I may get this 9th, okay, like in the neo soul move of a minor 9th chord, okay. So you could do something like simple and short, or a little bit longer, or it depends on how long you want to stay on this minor 9th, okay. But what other extension do we have around here? Well, we have the 11th, so we may do alternate between minus 7, minor 11, minus 7, or simply do minus 7 first and then minor 11. So we already have a bunch of combinations, a bunch of options just by having a look at the first 2 chords. Obviously, guys, you can find a tab and music notation for this arrangement on my Patreon page, and that will help you following along all of these examples, okay? So in the verse, we are gonna be playing that E major 7, 2 bars, C sharp minus 7, 2 bars twice. So you repeat 2 bars of E major 7 and 2 bars of C sharp minus 7, but then you go to that 2-5, F sharp minus 7, B7. So for the F sharp minus 7, what I say is, because we are here and we want to get here, why don't we get the same groove for 2 bars, just introducing it with a slide between C sharp and F sharp. And on the B9 sus4, we have 2 bars as well. I would say let's keep the same rhythm, but let's then switch on the last bar to a B13 to add another extension, which I actually hear in the record, so I reckon that probably the piano is playing it, okay, like. And then you start again, okay, because the verse is played twice, okay. So let's have a look at the verse all together with some of these embellishments that we discussed. And then you get to the pre-chorus where you have a 2-5, F sharp minus 7, B9 sus4, 1 bar each 3 times for a total of 6 bars. And if you like, you can keep the same groove. And on the last bar, the second half of the last bar, you can turn it into a B13 that we already played. But if you prefer, you can even change the groove for this part. And then you get to the chorus. Now in the chorus you still have a 1, 6 minor, so E major 7, C sharp minor 7, but only 1 bar each. And you play them twice for a total of 4 bars. Now here we can even experiment with some double stops, doing essentially Hendrix moves, around the E major or C sharp minor pentatonic scale. Maybe switching that C sharp minor into C sharp minor 11. Okay, why not? It's up to you. If you're playing the electric guitar, maybe you want to play even more double stops. Now, just to be complete about the song structure, there is then an interlude which is instrumental. It's 12 bar long and you play for 8 bars an A minor 7 and for 4 bars a B9 sus4. You can obviously keep the same groove, but I always suggest create something. Maybe use a ninth, a slide. Be creative. Now it's time to practice this arrangement, improvising a little bit between the different options using a backing track. Let me know what you think about this arrangement, and if you like this format, maybe suggest a few other songs that I may cover doing the same type of work. And don't forget to check out the tab and music notation for this arrangement on my Patreon page.